Same feeling how I felt after the game. Obviously, it was disappointing. We didn't compete at the level we needed to. We didn't execute the way we needed to, but can't harp on that too much. It's the NFL. It's a new week, and we can't let what happened in week 1 affect us in week 2. And Arizona's a really good team. They played really hard. Defense ran to the ball really well against Washington, tackled really well, and played really physical. So we got tough talents against them, and we just got to come out and play the football that we know we can.
You talked a bunch about how last year week 1 kind of got you rolling, right? You guys obviously know what you have coming up ahead. A short week, San Francisco on the road, Monday night after that. Is it fair to say at this point, though, that it's a big game even though it's so early?
Yeah, it's a big game. It's because of the next game. That's always the mentality. You got to try to win as many games you can. You only guaranteed 17, and right now we lost 1 of them. So we got to go out there on the road, against a really good team, and try to find a way to come out and win.
What's the mentality been among your teammates, you and your teammates, in the wake of that loss? What's the mentality been?
We went back. We watched film as a team. See the little good we did in that game. Recognize the bad. Where we didn't execute, and we moved on. Good teams recover too. It's not going to be only adversity throughout this year. So we got to see how we respond, and it's on us as players and on us as leaders to make sure that doesn't happen.
Can you tell if there are tangible things from the last couple of days of practice that have proven to you guys in your own minds that you have moved on?
Yeah. I think, to be completely honest, only time we really even reflect on it is, when we got to talk to you guys. And I know you guys are doing your job and asking the right questions, but we're so far gone on that. Like I said, you can't let what happened in week 1 affect you in week 2. We can learn from it, but we got to move on. And it wasn't really anything different, anything that I noticed. To be honest, we felt we had a great preparation week in practice the week before. Sometimes the game just don't go your way, and now, unfortunately, that was on a lot of our mistakes. But we got to prep even better, and I think we've been doing that so far. We got to wrap it up tomorrow on Friday, and then on Saturday, obviously, with walkthroughs and traveling out there and try to get the job done on Sunday.
You mentioned some small positives. I guess what were the good things that stood out to you?
I mean, in any game, win, loss, draw, you're going to be able to find good. You're going to find the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think it was important for the coaches to also show us the good that we did do in that game. Obviously, it wasn't a lot, especially in a game like that. But go back and watch film, see what we can improve on, and make the adjustments, which we did. And now, how can we attack Arizona? And they got a really good team, great coach. Obviously, we're really familiar with him, his defensive scheme, with him being in Philly, going against him twice or 3 times last year. But it's an exciting test. They're a fun defense, and we're going to be ready for them.
How does that impact the preparation, knowing Gannon and the defense that he ran there?
I wouldn't say impact. I just there's a lot of familiarity there. He's a really good coach, and obviously we know how the last 3 games went last year against them. But obviously it's a different team, it's a new team. But it's an important game. It's the next game, and we want to get back on track.
When you guys are backs against the wall, do you look at this kind of game as an opportunity to put the team on your back when the team really desperately needs a good feeling and a win?
You talking personally?
Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't think that's the mindset. I kind of let myself get trapped in that before. A couple years ago against Pittsburgh I think it was Sunday or Monday night. I didn't have too well of a game, and the next week I came out with I want to do this and do that and try to be a superhero and make all these plays, and I ended up tearing my ACL. So I won't allow myself to ever really get caught up in that. I want to be the guy for my team every single week, no matter what happened prior to the week before. I want to go out there and make plays, and when the plays are called for me, go out there and make it for my team.
You really think that's what happened in that game when you tore your ACL? Like you were trying to do too much?
I think everything in that week kind of led up to it, but that was so long ago. I just won't allow myself to get caught up in that again. So came in like my usual self. The time I come in, get my body work done, come here and get my workout in, and go on the field and practice hard and try to be the player I can for my team and be the leader I can be.
Do you find it all confusing that for the first series you look like a well-oiled machine, and then after that it never came back?
That's it. That's on us. We got to stop the bleeding, and we didn't do that. That's how games like that get out of hand, especially against a really good team. And that's any team in the NFL, to be honest. So, like I said, you can't let the mistakes happen in week one or the way we feel because how we lost in week one carried to week two, but you definitely can learn from it too. So there's going to be times in this game where we got to stop the bleeding, and that's on us, the players, to make those plays. And hopefully we're able to do that this week.
Saquon, do you have to be someone who conveys that message to teammates who haven't been here or are young enough that where they weren't around for some of what you're talking about now?
No, I wouldn't say that, but we do have, a lot of young guys on the team and a lot of rookies playing, and your first game to go like that, it's not how you expect your NFL career to start. But I do believe that being a leader, being voted one of the captains, not only myself but all the guys, we're people who guys look to, and it all depends how we come in, what's our demeanor, how we going to approach it. So that's important. I think not only myself, but I think all the guys did a really good job, and I think we responded. And just like last week, we had a great week of practice, and now we got to wrap it up with Friday, and we'll walk throughs on Saturday.
I think it's interesting to think about knowing the rookies are watching. Is that a responsibility that you have?
I guess I wouldn't say it's a responsibility. I guess you kind of just – I know when I was a rookie, I would look up to those guys and see how, Eli will move and all those guys. And that was probably one of my biggest things I respect about Eli the most, especially in this market, being a quarterback in New York. And at the time, we weren't having a lot of success. And dealing with the media, how he would come in every single week, how he would come in every single day. I feel like, not only myself, but there's a lot of guys. We have like 8. I don't know how many captains we have, but a lot of guys vote for captains, which is a good thing. Got a lot of leadership on the team, and a lot of guys who don't have C's on their chests who are leaders too. So I think they did a really good job. I think we did a really good job of responding, and hopefully that can go out and make up for what happened last week, and so you guys can get off our tail about the week one loss.
Saquon, is there a little bit of a heightened sense of urgency this week in practice after what happened Sunday night?
No. To be completely honest, no. And I think that's important. We can't act like the sky's falling. That's for everyone else to do that. But we got to stay solid. The core got to stay solid within his locker room, within his building. And I think we did that. And like I said, hopefully on Sunday we can go out there and show you guys.
Saquon, do you recall a time, sorry if you were asked this already, it came late, but where the team struggled, like similar to the Dallas game, and you were able to really fix mistakes, change things, and bounce back? Something you could point out to or recall, bring up to some of those young guys, like you were saying? As an example?
Nothing really comes off the top of my head, but that's not going to be the only time that happens. Hopefully, we don't get beat 40-0, but there's going to be times where you're down 2 touchdowns. You turn the ball over, and the momentum's going their way. So we got to find a way to stop the bleeding, control the tempo, get the momentum back on our side, and hopefully, what happened in week one, we can learn from that. And when that does happen again, the adversity does happen, wherever the adversity is going to be for this team throughout the season, we're able to respond.